Jason here. Today is January 28th, and this is your aftermarket update. So I come here today telling you that we had ended up having a pretty decent day, a really good day actually here at the Oil Trading Group. However, saying that doesn't give you the full perspective of the challenges that we have faced in the market, not only today, but in the previous two trading days. So on Monday and Tuesday, if you've been in the room with us, you know that we had a pretty good idea of what the market was going to ultimately be doing. And we have started both trading days, both the trading day on Tuesday and the trading day on Wednesday, talking about lamenting the fact that we had a really good idea of what the market was going to be doing, but that we, based on timing and et cetera of the moves, that our execution of our ideas was not in sync with what the market was doing. So as a result of that, and we say this in here, not every trade is a winner and not every day is a winner. We had a couple of challenging days on Monday and Tuesday. In addition to that, we had today is Wednesday, we had FOMC statement and we had a crude oil inventory report. These are two things that were hanging over the market as we entered into the trading session. And the first part of the trading session again today started out in a very difficult, choppy way. We had a very bearish inventory number that was released, and the market subsequently shot straight up. So if you're looking at this chart here, I'm just going to take these levels off here for you. Take these levels off for just a moment. You can see we came down and struck this low at 44.52, right at the inventory report. The number came out, shot straight down this 52, and then ran up all the way to 45.70. It was in this area that I felt like the market was going to continue to push down. And if you were in the room with us today, and if you're going to be listening to this video here of the OTG trade of the day, my target on the day was 44.38. That is where I was going to be looking to target. And so what happened is I was trying to short some of these levels on the way up. I was looking to short the 24 level. I had a level at 02. I was looking to short some of these revisions. And then I said to the group, we talked in the room about shorting up here at the level up here at 45.66. Well, in reality, we came all the way up to the revision target here at 70. And then that is where we were looking to get short. So what you are about to watch is a condensed version of a trade that lasted from about 10:40 a.m. until 1:30 p.m. So 10 to 11, 11 to 12, 12 to 1, just over 3 hours as we managed through this trade for a little over 3 hours. We got in short at this 45.66 level, and we were looking to target down to the 44.38 level is what we were ultimately looking to target down to. And that was this level right here that we call daily structure extension 1. That was the 44.38 level right here that we were looking to target down to. We did end up getting deeper down to 44.09. What happens here in the video, and you'll see this in the video, it gets down to 40. My target was at 39. We were looking for 38, but I wanted it to go one tick up to 39. It gets down to 40 and then retraces. I end up taking it out at 115 ticks on 3 contracts at the 44.51 level. Now, again, what we try to do in here, and it doesn't always work, and again, we talk about this in the room. Not every trade's a winner. Not every day is a winner. But what we try to do is cut our losers short and let the winners run. And today was an excellent example of that philosophy in play. We had a target in mind. We knew where we thought we were trying to get to, and that is what we were trying to do. We tried that on Monday and Tuesday, and essentially we ran out of bullets. I ran out of bullets before the market actually did what we thought it would do. It just didn't do it till way later in the day. Fortunately today, after a little bit of a tough start, we were able to get in at that 66 level, and then we were able to write it down. So what I'm going to do here is I've cut this up into 2 pieces. The first half of the video is 16 minutes. The last part of the video is about 5 minutes. I'm going to zero in on the time, and then I'm going to pull away from the time, and then you can see that again we got in around 10:40 and we finally exited the trade around 1:30 a.m. or p.m. rather 1:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. So again, all in, it was a 345 tick trade today. And so without further ado, I'm going to let you watch the OTG trade of the day. 66 short, 66 short. There's 63, 62. All right, I'm in at 66. Stop is new high at 84. Stop is new high at 84. 66 is my short, bringing these targets down. I'm in at 66. Boy, we should have been able to close in reverse. I just got hosed. There's your revision, right up to your revision target up there. New high on the stop, moving this target down, moving these targets down out of the way. 66 short is where I'm at. New high on the stop. This thing takes off through this level. It's up to 31 up there. Well, we'll see. Yes, it's starting to peel back just a little bit. $101 short at 75. ETH session open is up there at 84. 86 is the stop. Come on. Crapping thing could have took me out, and this is the original idea was close in reverse up at 65, 66. Stop is break even. Okay, you hit your revision target. This really now technically gets you down to your revision signal again at 61. The new revision signal down at the 44.61 level, and then if we get down that deep, we're going to 44.38. 80 on the bid at 54. We've got to fight through the 54 level. You still have a gap to bar to close down at 44.83. So we said at the off of that 02, it's either 66 or down to 38, and it could be both here. You've got 13 minutes, 17 minutes. There we go. Come on. Now we got to deal with the top of the revision signal down here at 33. This is 45 we just ran into. 131 on the bid at 47. We got down to 46, 57, 65 orders backfilling longs at 48. You've got longs backfilling at 48. Let's see if we can push through the center point of this bar, which is here at 45. You've got a gap bar all the way down to 44.83. We'd love to get down to there. Now, the challenge with this is it's very possible this thing has to come back up to 66. You've got a 70.5 down here at 87. There's 210 on the bid here at 47. There's 75 at 46. We should be able to get through 46 here. You've got 16 minutes till the European session close. You got almost five. You got 5.5 points on that ES long, and now it's headed south here. Okay, got to get through 47, 46 here. Now 46, 45. There's 45. Get through it. Okay, 43, 42. Looking to get down. Okay, revision mid down here at 97. All right, so we've done what we talked about. Now We hit this center point earlier in the session. We came down through the minor support, came all the way down here to 52. Then you got the inventory report that took you all the way back to the center line here. I'm expecting us to come back and test 02, and then ultimately at the end, 44.38 is ultimately in the end, and it might be 130 where I would expect it to get to finish the day. You've got 142 short at 50, so that whole area there at 50 is behaving as resistance again. $38 down here is your low point on the previous bar. Let's see if we could tackle through 38. There's 37. Good. Okay, what to do here? That is a perfect structure formation here. We hit the revision target to the tick. We do need to get through 33 with some energy here. You've got 122 short at 40. The orders from 50 are following it down the chart here. 50, okay. You just cleared through that ES level here. The ES is heading south. The target on a move down from the ES, you break and close below 2018.5. You could then look to short underneath it, although I'd be a bit cautious with that. You could still look to short underneath it and ride to 2008 down there. Thanks, Pat. We're going to get down. I think we're going to make it down to 44.38. We hit the revision signal, which is the long on the other side. But again, the underlying trend here is bearish here today. And we'll see if we can pick up this big move here. See if we can pick up a big move. We got to get a close now below 33 here. And again, you've got 44.83 as a gap bar that needs to be closed. 71 with the low of that bar at 52. So you've got 13 minutes till the bottom of the hour here. 13 minutes till the European session close. If you can make it through 33, then we're looking to get down to that 000200 level, somewhere down in that territory. And until you close above or below the 2018 quarter on the ES, that's going to behave as support. That level will behave as support. 126 short at 40. Limit orders, we need to close below 33. This is that area that gave us a bit of a problem earlier. 32, 31, let's go. Get through 32, 31, then 30. There's 31, come on. $30, 29, let's go down to the 02 level. Let's get through 30. I was watching these levels here as I was preparing for the day here. I was watching, you can see if you look back here on the chart just a little bit, there's a ton of congestion right in this area here. There's a ton of activity in this area here. We got down to 28 now. We still need to close below 33. Still need to close below the 33 level. 140 short at 40 here. 140 short at 40. You've got a minute 20 left. I'd like to close below 33. I'd really like to close below where this candle opened and the other candle closed at 31. So 30 or below here. $157 at 40 up here. Limit order short. 157 limit order short at 40. I do want to close below 33 here at some point. There's 38, 37. Let's see what we hit at 40 now. Rick, ES, you need to close below the 2018 half. You need to close below the 2018 half. If that you do get that, then you would look for a pullback to it, and then 2008 would be your target. Otherwise, you're just kind of right here doing nothing at this level. You got 10 minutes left here till the European session close. 2018 half. You need to close below that, and then a little bit of a move, and then a pullback into it. But you'll notice you haven't closed below it yet. You've closed on top of it, but not below it. You've got limit orders long here at 40. Trying to keep the lid on it. Sorry, trying to push through it. Sorry. You had 136 hit the offer, trying to get through on the buy side. So you got down to 28. You got as deep as 28. We do need to close below that 33 level. That is your revision signal. You need to close below 33. Stop is break even plus 2. I am holding on for the bigger picture idea here. Down to at least 02. I think we should come back and retrace down to 02. Then it's 44.38 potentially. And if we could do that, that would be outstanding. You've got yourself 8 minutes till the European session close. 8 minutes here till the European session close. Okay, here comes the ES to the downside again. So you end up getting a close below that break point and a pullback into that level. You could look to short, maybe a tick below that, to maybe 2018 quarter, and then look for 2008. But again, you're going to need to close below it to start with. You need to close down below it to begin with. And you'll see you haven't been able to do that yet. I'm telling you, we still have a gap bar that's got to get filled up down here at 44.83 at a minimum. So if you went 45.66, what is 44.83? 83 ticks, that would be good. Seven minutes here till the European session close. 7 minutes. Yeah, that 33 area is tough, right? That's where your structure signal is. You've got a basically double candle top up here at 54. My stop here is break even plus 2 at the moment. So leading into or after the open, that range was like right here, right? That was right after the open. That was where that initial range was. And the initial balance high here is 34. Okay, so we're coming down, and that initial balance high is now acting as support here. 50 seconds left here. If we can get through, this is your initial balance high here. Right there, that blue line at 34. And this center point is here at 37. Okay, last 5 minutes here. We got to get through 33, 34 now. We've got down to 34 last bar. And we are in a range here. So, again, the behavior pattern here is I expect us to make a trip down to 02. I expect us to make a trip down to 02. I said it might be at the close here. We'll see if we can get down to it here. I expect at least a trip down to 02. We keep slamming into the top of the range at 33, 32 here. We need some real energy through it. You've got a candle body low at 28 and then one down here at 26. There's 32, 31. And we need to close below 32, 33, 32. We got down to 30 again, and we're just having trouble getting through this area of congestion here. There's 31, 30. Come on, there we go. 25, 24, muscle through here. Longs backfilling there at 25. Longs backfilling at 25. We just got down to 22. All right, bringing the trailing stop now to 49. 49 on the trailing stop here. I think we're going to make it to 02. We break through that. It's 44.38 on the is what we're looking for. Point of control down here at 15. 15's been an area of concern. You've got a 70.5 here. If you measure from this swing to this swing at 87, you've got a 70.5. We've been down to 22 here. 21.20. 45 ticks positive here right now. We'll see if we can finish this move down to at least 02. 46 is the trailing stop right now, 46. You've got a gap bar down there that's got to be closed. The center point of that gap bar is 83. The bottom of it is 44.52. If we get down there, we'll get to 38. If we get down there, we'll get to 38. $2.20 left on this candle. So what I'm expecting to happen is we'll come back down to the 02 with the energy at the close, and then we may linger there. We may linger there back and forth. You got down to 20 where we had 51. We still haven't closed below 33 yet. That's going to be important. My stop right now is 41. Break even plus 25 to 41. There's 30. Yeah. Still need to get down through 20. We had 25 hit the bid down there at 20. $46 on the stop. I'm going to get above the center point here at this 41. We do need to close below 33. We just need to go ahead and start pushing down through. You got a minute 20 left. Here you go. We cannot get through and stay down below that 33. We've got to stay below 33 here. Did we have a 70.5 mini that we just ran into? Is that the deal here, measured from that swing? Yeah, they're at 26. Still haven't closed below 33, 32 yet, and that's going to be necessary in order to continue and get some confirmation that this thing's headed lower. You've got 45 seconds left here on this candle. Close below that 33, 32. The top of the box is 32. And come on down into 20s. Get through the 20s. Yeah, you got 20 seconds left here. You do still have FOMC meeting minutes hanging around out there as our FOMC statement hanging around out there. Okay, 25 was providing support earlier. We need to get through 25. I need to close below 33, and we did. There's 22, 21. Come on, 20. Come on, 20. Get through 20. Been down to 21 on the previous, on this bar, 20 on the previous one. 76 hit the bid down there at 22. I'm expecting us to go to 0.2 down there. I'm expecting this to go to 0.2 down there. And then from there to fill the gap bar up down to 83. Then to fill the gap bar up down to 83. Bottom of this range, however, is at 11. The bottom of this range is at 11. Yeah, it's too bad I got tagged out, and then it went, and we couldn't ride that up for 30 ticks and then close in reverse like we wanted to. Okay, there's the 15 I was telling you about. We're going to come down to 0.2. We're going to bring this trailing stop down to 36 for now. I'd like to close below 20. I think we're going to 0.2 here. I believe we're going to 0.2, right? Yeah, I don't want to get tagged out here prematurely. 42 on the trailing stop for now. 42. We got down to 15 and bounced. That 15 is something we talked about. And we're going to 0.2 here, I believe. And we're due for a move to our target here today. We're due for one of these moves down to our target here. It's been a couple of days. We're due for that to occur here. Okay, you've got point of control at 15. That's where we hit, is the point of control. I'd like to go linger around that, underneath it, to be honest with you. Dollar's trying to climb as the euro's coming down just slightly. Overall, dollar has been really strong. I read yesterday where that's playing havoc with some stocks in their valuation. So we've got to close now below 20. I'd like to close below 20. The point of control is 15. I'd like to be closing here in 2 minutes. Down around the low tick there at 15. Down around that low tick of 15. We should make it to the revision mid at 97. We should make it down to the revision mid at 97. $44 ticks right now positive. Looking for more. Love to get down to that 44.38. That's 100 ticks from here. In this area anyway. So again, you've got minute 20. At a minimum, I want to close below this 21. Actually below 20. Got down to 15 on this bar. $88 on the offer, 92 now. I've hit the offer at 25. So this 25 area has been tough. Unfortunately, this 25 area has been tough. We need to get through here. 36, backfilling longs at 25 now. New bar out now. Okay, we may be here. $46 is the stop. That's above pretty much everything around us here. We may come back into the revision signal at 33. I'm going to get some water. I'll be right back. You see where everything is? Good, Rex, that's good. John, that's possible. You're at the top of this range. You've got the revision signal that's going to reset here in about 15 minutes, and that's acting as support. Sorry, as resistance here. So I think that's possible. You could pull back if this is the swing area up here at the top, okay? And the secondary way to get in is a 70.5. The pullback here could be from this top to here, could be all the way up to 54. Boy, that would be just a piss off if that's the case, right? Oh, we just jumped through it there. So yeah, you could come all the way back up to 54 here. And so as a result of that, my trailing stop is 64. I am going to hold on to this for the bigger picture idea. And you may think me crazy. I probably think myself crazy as well. But here's the top. This thing, so the secondary way to get in to these 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. swing zone moves, and this is just outside of that range. But the 100 tick, 70, the way to get in it would be a secondary 70.5 is the secondary way to get in it up at 54. So I'm telling you, it's possible. It retraces all the way up to 54. Now, what we just did there is we retraced the gap bar all the way up to 41. We just retraced this entire gap bar. So now the gap bar that's still in play to the downside, this is why I'm so confident, is this is the gap bar to the downside that's still in play there, right? And that's at 44.83. I am fairly convinced we're going to make it down to that. I'm fairly convinced we're going to make it down. Basically, the 70.5 is just the mid spot between two fibs, 78.6 and 61.8, and it's the sweet spot. And it tends to be extremely accurate, and that's just really what it is. So it's just a good place to enter from, you know, your fib channel or your fib perspective. And that tends to be a very accurate way to look at retracements, Dennis. And so just dink around with it on some bigger time frames and that kind of thing, and you'll see it shows up all over the place, and it's really a prevalent type thing. So again, I'm still anticipating a move down to the 02 level. I'd like to get through 15. You've got a bottom down here at 15. We just hit 17. And I'd like to get through 15 down through 11 here. And it's not really a fib level, Dennis, so much as it's just, you know, you use the fib tool to identify it, you know, but it's not really so much a Fibonacci level as you, oh, wow. That's a bummer. We just got down to 16, just had a huge bounce off 16. A 10-tick bounce, not a huge bounce, a 10-tick bounce off 16. Still looking to get through 16, 17 here. We're just trapped in this box now. If we could break down through, I think we're going to 02. I think we're going to 02 down there. And then below that, 44.38. And below that, 44.38. Got to get through 17, 16 here. $15, 17, 16. Let's see if we can get through it here now. Energy's died just a little bit here. There's 17. Come on, 16, 15. We got down to 17. Get through 16, 15 here. 18, 17. Let's see if we can break the double bottom at 16, 15 here. There we go. Good. Good. Okay, 02, there's 10, 9. Let's bring the trailing stop back to something reasonable here. Break even plus 30. Okay, we got to 09. Now let's see if we can get to 02 here. We get through 02, it's deeper. We get through 02, then I'm looking down to close that gap on this bar right here. We're still looking to close this gap bar right here. Okay? At the 83 level. Still looking to close the gap bar at the 83 level. Close below 15. We got down to the bottom of the range here at 11. And we need to close below the bottom of the range now. All right? You need to close and gain some acceptance below 12, 11, 10 would be good. Point of control still at 15. We had 26 hit the bid at 09. You've got 17 minutes here till the top of the next hour. And we need to close below 11. Okay, you're now 51 ticks positive on this trade. $15 is your point of control. We need to get through 15 and close below it. Close below 11 here. Yeah, I don't want to bounce back up too far here. Bringing this trailing stop back to 46 for now. I want to get above all of these wicks and all of these areas here. You've got the revision signal is going to be resetting in a few minutes here, and it's going to reset. It's going to expand these ranges out just a little bit here. It's going to expand these ranges out just a little bit here. Volume weighted average price at 22. I believe we're going to get down to 02 here. I believe we're going to get down to 02. But it's a matter of time, it looks like here. And we've got basically... So you are 2 hours away from the... 2 hours and 15 minutes away from the statement. Away from the statement here. $79 on the bid. You've got, look at all of the orders backfilling long there at 18. Look at all of those orders that are backfilling long at 18. All of those orders backfilling long at 18. Can we clip through it? We should be in good shape if we do. Okay, good. We got down to 15 now, point of control. Now let's see if we can move through those levels. 13 there at 15, long backfilling. Come on, get through the 15 level. Got down, see if we can get down to that 02. I think we can come down to 02. I think we could come down to 02 here. I'm anticipating a move down to 02. You've got a new revision candle coming out in 3 minutes here. Our revision signal's coming out. 13. So a close below this 11 level is going to back. This is back where we were earlier this morning. 44.83. I am fairly convinced we're going to make it down to that level at least. And then once we're that far below 02, 44.38 is the target. 44.38 then becomes the target. So we said the target on your ES off of that 2018 half was 2028.75. Now it came back and forth. It really, but that would be the target, and that looks like where it's headed now is 2028 half. 75 rather. 2028.75 is the target on the ES. Come on, get through 12, 11, 10 here. That 12, 11's holding up. There's 13. We got close. Nothing on the bid yet at 11. Hey, Dave, are you still in here? I sent you a Skype message. Down there to 12 again and bounced. New revision coming out here. In 1 minute. So we're just having a heck of a time getting through 11. Come on. Get through these levels down here. 15 seconds. Point of control's at 15. We need to get through 11. I'm anticipating a move down through to 02 here. And then 44.80, 44.38. Okay, there's 14.13. New revision signal. Wow, the revision mid is now at 11. And that providing support. So revision signal down at 63. That would be 100 ticks off the entry. $10.9. We got a double bottom at 09. Let's break that. Go into 02 here, I believe, and then we'll see. There's 11.10. Am I going to add? No, I'm not going to add anything down below this just yet, Mark. I'm not going to add anything. You got a triple bottom here at 08. Let's bring the trailing stop down to, there's 765. We're going to hit the 02. Okay, there's 876. We got down to 5. I'm expecting a push through the 02 level. It sounds like maybe you're not in right now, Mark. You maybe get tagged out early or didn't get in. I wouldn't blame you either way. It is what it is. You've got 160 long at the 00 level. 160 long at 00. 26 is the trailing stop. There's 0201. Get through 00. We're going to close the gap down to 83. We're going to close that gap down to 83. There's 96, 95. Trailing stop down to 16 here. 44.38 is your target. We're going to close that gap down to 83. Going to close that gap down there to 83. Trailing stop here, 26. 26 on the trailing stop. Come on, back through here. We got down as deep as 91. 83 is the gap close, official gap close. We got down to the top of the gap bar here, right? Got down to the top of the gap bar at 90. Right down to it at 90. So I still think we're going to finish the center point of that gap there at 83. That's the gap bar we got to close. 63 ticks positive right here. 15. We got to close below the revision mid and still haven't closed below 11 yet. This is a big bounce off that level, but I think it's just retracement here. Close below 11 here. 60 ticks right now. Need to close below 11 and then really below the 02 level. So, again, Mark's talking about it's been one of those weeks. It's been like a little bit like that for me too, Mark, in that I tried to ride that long to the short up there at 66 and got dinked around up there. I get it. I get it. All right. Minimally a close below 11. I need a close below 02. We're looking for 44.38. When we get below the 02 and can close below 02, and if we get down to that gap bar, that's the close, right? We're looking for 44.38 down below. $87 is a 70.5 measurement on the retracement. 87 is. That's today's swing low to the swing high. We may have an issue. Come on, 0201. Let's close below 01 and 00. Let's get down through and close below these levels here. There's 01 again, 0201. Like to close below 02. Really would like to be closing down towards the low tick. There's 99. Come on, 99, 98, get through it. Some longs backfilling at 99. I'd like to close below 0100. Got down to 98 again. Longs backfilling at 99. New candle here now. We closed below 0.0. Now let's see if we can get through down through the 99 level here. 21 is the trailing stop for now. $87 is a 70.5. 83 is the midpoint of the gap bar. All right, there's 98, 97, 96. Come on, 95, 94, bringing the trailing stop down to 12 for now. Come on, let's go test those lows. You got 109 long at 86. That's where the 70.5 is. We should get to 83 at a minimum here. 44.38 is your target. 44.38 is your target. All right, we're 70 ticks here. We got to get through 91 now. We got to get down through the 91 level. There's 97, 96. We've been down as deep as 93 on this bar. There's 93, get through 92, 91. 107 long at 86. That's where the 70.5 retracement is. Let's see if we can break through 92. There's 91 again. Now, that's a double bottom there at 91. Stop here is 09 for now. Let's see if we can get through it here. 72. There's 91. 72 ticks. 112 long at 86. Target's 44.38. 120 long at 86. Let's get through 90. Come on, pop through 90. Pop down through 90. You've got a revision signal at 63 down there. Pop through 90. Get down through the 90 level. Come on. Come on, don't stall. Get through 90 here. We could break through 90. We should close that bar at 83. We should close that gap bar at 83 if we could get through this 90 level. Lots of orders hitting the bid at 90. You had 75 total here at 90 on the bid. I really don't want 90 to hold because then it could come back to 80, come back to 02. It could come back to 02 anyway, but I'd like to get that break through the 90 level here. Top of the hour in 2 minutes and 15 seconds. It might be at the top of the hour when we get the energy here to get through 90. There's 168 on the bid. 104. Oh, look at all the longs coming back in behind it at 90. 110 have hit the bid. You've got 111 backfilling long. We pop through 90. We'll go right down to fill that gap at 83. Actually, 86 is where we'll stop. We'll go 90 to 86, and then we'll see. You've got 2 minutes left here on this candle. Lots of buyers trying to come back in at 90 here. There's 92. Let's go 91, then 90. We got to close that gap at 83. I'd like to close that gap at 83. This is going to become a gap bar right here with the retracement possibly all the way up to 10, 11, 12, somewhere in there. So let's go down to, let's first fill up this gap bar to the downside, be able to drag this trailing stop in behind it. You got 1 minute left. There's 91. Let's see if we can get through 91 again. We got to 92 rather, not 91. There's 92. Come on, 91, 90. There we go. Hit the bid. All right, so the orders at 90. You've had 200 orders, just about 200 orders hit the bid at 90. We should get through it. And the buyers are no longer backfilling aggressively there at 90. We should be able to pop through it here right on this next bar. There's 90. You've got some backfilling now. Coming back in. Longs are trying to step back in at 90 behind it. 54 on the bid. 63 on the bid. There we go. Right to 87. You've got 230 long down there at 80. Bringing the trailing stop now to break even plus 60 to 66. We're going to look to fill the gap bar down to 83 and then potentially all the way down deeper. We'll see. I'd like to close below 90. in 10 seconds. Not going to happen, I don't think, but we'll see. Okay, we may come back to the 02 level here. Top of the hour. Trailing stop right now is still 06. You've got 245 long at 80 down there. 245 long at 80. I'd like to go test through those. 87 is a mini retracement point here. You're 77 ticks positive. You're looking to hold on for 44.38. 44.38. We have some roadblocks along the way. We've got a revision signal at 64 and the low down there at 52. There's 86. We've got to get through 80. Bring that trailing stop. There's 86, 85. Let's bring it down to 04 on the trailing stop now. 78 ticks positive. Let's see if we could finish this thing up here. We got down to 85. This may come back to 02. You've got a gap bar here now. You've got this gap bar here up to 04. Bringing this trailing stop to just out of the way to 16 at the moment. This thing could come back to 02. I'm expecting it to come back to 02 anyway. Break even plus 50 to 16 here. I'm expecting this to come back right here to 03. That's this bar. We didn't close yet the gap here at 83. I'm still expecting that to happen. And then for this to push lower. Now, when I'm talking about a 70.5 retracement, you measure today's swing low up to today's high right there at 87. Okay, that's your 70.5 right there at 87. So that is an area of pause here that I'm not surprised by. $44.38 is the target. 44.38 is the target. I'd like to close below 90. I'd like to get this to close below 90 here. This could come back to 02. Don't be surprised. We could come back and check the 15 level. Don't be surprised. Now, let's see if we can get through 90, 89, and all the way down. 241, limit orders long at 80. Another 94 limit orders long at 82. This is your 70.5 area, retracement right here at 87. There's 89. Let's get through 88, 87 again. 15 at 88. Hit the bid. Let's go. I'd like to close below that 87 level soon. Because until we do, we may have issues really down below 87. We may have issues with retracement all the way back up to 02. Potentially. There's the retracement to 94. You've got, again, you could retrace back to 03, 02, and you could fill up the entire gap bar there. What I'd like to do is have this come all the way down first. Well, it may have to come up to this gap, finish this gap bar right here first. It may have to come up into this area first and then go down. What I'd like to see, though, is it come all the way down to that 44.38, and then if it has to go refill the bar later, it can do it. But in the interim, you've got 94. You've got 100 orders, limit orders resting long now at 94, trying to provide some support. 02 would be the halfway point of the gap bar. The full entire ride would be up to 15 on the gap bar. I do not want to do that. So let's just see if we can get through 98, 97 here. You've got 113 limit orders long at 95 now. And you've got 20 seconds left on this candle here. Let's see if we can smoke through 96, 95. Okay, we're going to come up to 02. And there it is. There's one. Like I said, don't be surprised by a pullback to 02. And we'd been as deep here as 84. That's your 70.5. The 70.5 may give you 20 ticks before it fails back through it. May give you 20 ticks before it fails back down to retest the low down there. Testing this 02 is not a surprise. That's a gap bar here. What we're trying to do now is get to the bottom of this gap bar down here. There you go. There's your 02 level. And that's about as far up as I would like to come, of course. It's about as far up as I'd like it to go. Okay, it could come all the way to 45. I won't be in it that long. Trailing stop right now is 16. I'm giving it some space at 16. There's 02, 01, then 00. So 02 is the level that we talked about. Now we've got to start filling some of these bars up. Some of these bars right below us. We've got to start filling those back up to the downside. There's the center point of the gap bar there at 02, 03, right there. Trailing stop here is 21. I'm going to give this space, I believe, here we go. I believe we're going to 44.38. We've already hit the 66 that we talked about from this 02 area. We've already hit the 66. With that bearish inventory and the bearish API report, this retracement back to 02 is not unexpected at some point in the next 2 hours, maybe at the FOMC minutes. I expect us to go down and hit that level at 38. What I'm really looking for now is just more of a test down below first. Got to get through 01, back through 00, then 99 now. So that retracement bar there would be ideal. Then if you can close this below where it opened at 99.98, that would be, it closed this bar in the red, that would be a perfect retracement up to, well, we got some longs coming in here. The revision mid is at 11. The top of this bar here is 15. That's where the trailing stop is. Sorry, that's where the point of control is. My trailing stop is 21. This is just part of the retracement dance that you have to go through sometimes to get to the final destination. It's 60 ticks right here. And my expectation level is that we were going to come back to this gap bar. We did not officially fill the midpoint of the gap bar down below us at 83. I expect it to go down and test that area one more time. If we come down to 83 and test this time, okay, if we come down and test down through that gap bar this time down to 83, and we fail, then I'm going to tighten up the stop even higher. So I'm expecting to come in and touch this now, the bottom of the range. The complete fill up of this candle would be to 16. My trailing stop is 21. So there we just hit the revision mid. And now back to 02 is what we're looking for here. Move back to 02. It's 57 ticks on 3 right now. I'm expecting us to come back through the 02, then down through 00. We may linger around 02 till the close now, right? We may linger around 02 until the close. I was hoping on that move down to 87 that we would just continue the thrust downward. But we did run into that retracement point of 70.5 right there. I'll draw it out for you again so you can see what I'm talking about. So this low to this high gave you the retracement sweet spot to 87, and we made it down to 85. So my expectation level now is we come back down. This is, okay, if it's going to continue to push down, this would be enough, right? Right up here to the revision mid, retrace this gap bar here. This would all be enough if that is indeed the case. But we'll see. Got to start by getting back through 02. That's going to be the starting point here. Come on, 0302, let's go. So we came down to the revision mid here, or up to this revision mid at 11, and we need to get through 0302, then 99, and see if we can test the bottom again. Now the market is fairly sluggish here now, in anticipation of the statement that comes out. There's 02. Let's go 01, then 00. Okay. Longs coming in on the back side at 01, trying to backfill here a little bit at 01. Come on, get through 01, then 00. 63 on the bid at 01. You had 5 hit the bid at 00. Lots of support here in the form of buyers stepping in, iceberg orders here at 01. In the form of some iceberg orders here at 01. Let's see if we can muscle our way through it. Come on. Come on. Get through 02, 01. Get through that. There we go. Come on. 0099 now. There we go. Okay, bring the trailing stop back to 16 just in case we get a spike up. I won't protect a little bit more there. We got down to 99, now 98, 97. Love to go down and test into the 80s again here. So we filled that gap bar. Now it's time to fill this gap bar below us. This gap bar below us. Okay, new bar out now. We closed below 02, which is good. Now let's see if we can push through these levels down below us here. 42 backfilling long at 99 now. Okay, 97. Hitting the bid a little bit at 97, which is good. Okay, we're going to bring the trailing stop down to 12, just above the daily revision mid up there. So if we come back down to 83, 80, and fail, and can't push through it, I'm going to tighten the stop up. The target remains 44.38. The target remains 44.38 here. We got here to 97. We filled a few orders up at 97. You have some longs trying to step in behind it, although the fact that we are sitting on top of this is still good. 103 still long down there at 87. 99 now long. Limit orders at 87. $100 limit orders long at 87. And the 61.8 is there at 97. 21 still the trailing stop here. 21 still the trailing stop. Again, we're just dinking around here right now in some back and forth. You've got a early warning system long coming in. 15 is still the point of control here. You have the initial balance low down here at 02. That's your initial balance low. No, Pat, I may pull it back down. I just don't want to get tagged out here. I've got this idea based on the way these levels work that we're going to 44.38, and we've seen over the last couple of days that when I get these ideas, they're generally fairly on point. The timing has just been off this week. Okay, we know that, right? That's no shocker. We know that. So what I'm expecting, yeah, that's it. I just want to stay in and stay happy here with it if we can. So we may come back up into this 11 mid level, our revision mid signal at 11. And that's the bottom of this range here that we've been in as well. Yeah, if this comes back up, it takes me out at 21. It's a bummer. So we got to within 2 ticks of what we talked about as the target on the move up on the ES. I think it'll probably take that out. Yeah, I don't like this big long bar here. There's 13, 14, 15. That's the point of control. 22 is the trailing stop. That, by the way, just completely filled up the top of your gap bar. So now what we do is we're owed a complete fill up of that gap bar down below us at 83 that went down as deep as 52. We are owed a complete fill up of that gap bar to the downside. Now let's do it. Yeah, no, I'm with you. I don't want to go too far back beyond this. By the way, you just hit that target on the ES. From that walk up off of that break point down there, which was, how many handles did that end up being? About 10 handles on that. So here's the point of control. My stop is at 22. I am trying to stay into this thing. You've got a new candle coming out right now. We're going to close above the revision mid. You've got a revision signal short up there at 58. Point of control at 15. New candle out now. I still think we're going to come back to 02 and test back to that level down below us again. I still believe that's going to be the case. And then down even deeper than that. Did we hit 21? Yeah, moving it up. Yeah, moving it up. Yeah, exactly. So I think we're coming back down to it here. I think we're coming back down to it. And we're going to test back to the 02 level. We'll test 02 again. I think we're going to come back down through. Again, we are owed a test and a gap close of that candle down below us. We are owed a close of this gap bar right here that happened right after the inventory report down to 52. We are owed a close of that gap bar here. Ta! No, come on, Mark. Mark says his fault. He shorted the 0-0 level. That's why we're having the issues on the way up here. We'll get back through the 02, Mark. Unless I get stopped out first. We just got up to 17 here. Point of control. You have 78 orders at the volume weighted average price of 20. We need to close back down through 11. If we could stay in this through to the Fed statement, the FOMC statement, I think that's when we'll get it. If we could stay in this through the Fed statement, that's when I think we'll get to it. Close below the revision mid here at 11, and then come on down into 6 again would be good. And you've got an hour and a half until that number comes out, or until that statement comes out. And so really what I'm trying to do is stay in this thing long enough to get to that point in the day here. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to stay in this long enough to get to the point in the day where I believe it'll take out our target down there. Now, at this point, it very well may be one o'clock, 1:30 when it does it. That's just a real possibility here. It may be until that point when it does it. Yep, exactly. I agree with you, Pat. So I'd like to close below 11. I'd really like to be closing 6 or lower here. 6 or lower is where I'd like to be closing below. We just can't quite muscle our way down and close underneath this 11. So this is the 70.5 down there at 87 that's giving you 20, 30 ticks of heat here. I just feel like this retracement is just simply, this bounce is just simply retracement of a bigger picture to the downside move. I'd like to close below 11 and really would like to close down 4, 5, 6, somewhere around that area in 15 seconds. It doesn't look like that's going to happen, but we could close below 11. And then below 10 would be even a little better than that. so new candle, we closed at 10. That's just a bit below 11. Says Captain Obvious. Okay, we got down here to 5, where we put 30 orders on the bid, down at 5. We've got this level at 02 still that needs to be popped through. There's 6. Let's go 5, 4, 3. Get through 5. Some orders backfilling, not really. So if we could pop through the 45.05 level, that's, again, 44.38 is the target to the downside here. 44.38 is the target to the downside. There's 05, 04. Some longs getting backfilled here. We want to get through the 03, 02 level. Shorts are coming in behind it as well as at 05. There's 04. Come on, fill up 03 now. Get through 02, 01, then 00. Come on back down. So if you were to drag this here and down to this level here, you've got a swing area at 93 now. 94. You've got a swing 70.5, mini 70.5 at 94. So we need to get through, bottom line is we got to get through the 02 level. That's the bottom line here. 64 orders, limit orders resting long at 00. All right, you see where my stop is. It's at 22, and I'll be right back. And let's go. 55 continues to hold a little bit here. 212 on the bid at 55. You've got 269 limit orders long at 50. So much for the idea that there weren't those orders down there any longer. We're about to pop through this whole thing here. Okay, there's 55. You still have longs backfilling at 55. There's 54. You've got 274 long at 50. There's 53. There's 50. 50, 49, 48. Come on. Come on. Yee. Got down to 48. 9 ticks. Don't get a big bounce here. Double top up there at 72 now. This trailing stop is 73 here. Trailing top 73. $343 on the bid at 50. We're about to, they're not going to let those go. They are not going to let those go at 50. Sellers are not going to let, that's $343 on the bid at 50. This is not done coming down. 123 long at 46, target 39. $140, 122 long at 46 down there. There's 50 again. 368 on the bid at 50. 94 just hit 48. 94 just hit 48. There's 50. Come on. You've got 125 long down there at 46. There's 49. Muscle your way through it here. Let's get through 49, then all the way through. Just pop through here. There's 46, 45, 44, 43. 39 is your target here. We just got to 43. 115 long at 40 right now. Okay, let's tighten up this trailing stop here. There's 45, 44. Bring that trailing stop to 62, 61. Okay, there's 45, 44. Muscle on through. 44, 39 is your target. There's 45, 44. We got to 40. Come on. Come on. All right, bringing the trailing stop down here. There's 40 again. Come on, 40, 39. Come on, bringing the trailing stop here to 52. Come on, get through 40, 39. How many you got longs backfilling? All right, there's 40. Come on, 40, 39. Get through it. Get through it. You're going to get through it right here. Stop is 56. Trailing stop is 56. Come on, 47, 46, get through 45, 44. We got right there next to my target. Let's go. Come on. Do not make this an ego thing here, and let's get out right here at 51 and out. Okay, so right there at the very end of the video, the very end of that trade, you hear me say, don't let your ego get in the way and go ahead and take it out, because we had come down to 40, and down there at that 40 level, there were several hundred orders resting long, limit orders resting long. And what I didn't want it to do, 38 was my target, 40 is pretty close. I didn't want it to come down to 40, stop, and then come back up and I lose 20 ticks on 3 contracts, having it go up to the trailing stop. So I went ahead and took myself out, and I said, don't let your ego make this about your ego. And what I didn't want to do is get hung up on the fact that I called the market to the target and let my ego come into play and all of those kinds of things. So anyway, the bottom line is what I did do is I did get out at 51. And of course, it travels all the way down to 44.08 from this 38 level that we were targeting. And that's the way it goes. But all that being said, it was an excellent way to end the day. It was a trade that lasted just over 3 hours. I did condense it down to about 21 minutes in time so that you didn't have to sit through the entire 3-hour trade. So again, I want to be clear on this one point. Monday and Tuesday were difficult trading days, and Wednesday started out to be a difficult trading day as well. And we were able to salvage it because of our philosophy of trying to cut your losers short and then letting your winners run, right? Because in the end, that is how you're going to be the most successful. And that's what we tried to do here today. So again, having said all of that, I want to say thank you for spending time watching the videos here at the Oil Trading Group. There is an opportunity for you to come in to a free trial. At this point, you know how to get there. Free trial on the website, free trial link in the email, free trial link at the end of this video. Click on one of those, sign up for your free trial, come in and take a look around. And so, again, thank you for being here. And until tomorrow, I want to wish you good luck and good trading.